First of all, we need to ask ourselves, what is metadata? And metadata is one of those circular definitions that says it's data about the data. And although that seems a little squirrely when you first start out with it, what it really is, it describes the information. So here's a great example from the IPTC organization, and we'll talk more about that in just a few moments. But this is a great graphic that shows you if you have a digital photo pixels and then a layer below that that captures tags and dates and information about those pixels and the information that they represent. And then there's even additional layers for rights and licensing and who can use them. So we think of photo metadata as allowing information to now be transported with an image file. And that way, other softwares and your hardware and end users can use that information for descriptions, for tagging, for dates, for rights, and for licensing. So that is what metadata is. Metadata about data. Now, we talked a little bit about this format and of the IPTC, and you're going to hear a lot of acronyms, and I'm going to do my best to cover all of them today. I would encourage you to spend some time looking at some of these sites and learning more about them. But the IPTC is the International Press Telecommunications, and that group created some tools to help exchange news among newspapers and news agencies, and they began to get descriptions so that a picture would come across the wire years ago, and along with that would be metadata or information about that picture, where it was taken, when it was taken, a description, a tag, who has the right to that picture. So that's how this whole thing kind of started out, okay? Let's take a look real quick, and this is actually metadata in the real world. This application is Photo Mechanic, and we'll be talking about a number of different applications. But what you'll be able to see in this application is we've got a picture here, and that photograph is one of many on our palette of pictures. And you can see somebody has aptly described this as eggs with bacon and toasted bread. Perfect description. But in addition, down below, they have put a number of keywords in there. And those keywords include things like egg, bacon, breakfast, green, salad, olive, oil, morning, and it goes on and on. And that information is carried with that photograph wherever it goes. Now, we can strip it out, but it's typically been put there for a very specific reason. And the reason is, if you'll notice that we have purchased this picture from the Adobe Stock group, and the Adobe Stock Images allows me to go in, and literally a couple of weeks ago we were at the APO conference and I needed a picture of bacon and eggs because we were talking about the power of and this was a perfect picture, and I put in bacon and eggs, and this is one of the photographs that pulled up. Made it very simple for me to look through millions of photographs and very quickly pull up the picture that I was looking for.